Good evening. Between 5 p.m. yesterday and 5 p.m. this evening, we've had in all 363 cases of COVID positive in Gujarat. And in the same period, we've had 392 people who've got discharged, taking the total tally of the recovery rate to 44.3%. And the total number of people who've got discharged successfully is 5,880. In the same 24 hours till 5 p.m. today, we've had 11 people who have unfortunately succumbed and died with COVID as the primary cause of death. And there have been 18 others who had serious underlying conditions or comorbid conditions and also contracted the infection of COVID and passed away. The total number of people who have tested positive till now is 13,273. And out of the active patients who are currently undergoing treatment in our various hospitals or in the home isolation or institutions that we have, 6,528 of them are stable, while 63 are critical on ventilatory care. Of the total number of people who have been tested, which numbers 1,72,562, we've had 6,410 of them who were tested positive in the last 24 hours. Before we complete, today we have two very heartwarming stories. One is about the entire team at Surat. Surat is very proud of the fact that in all they've had 1,186 patients who have been admitted there and registered there, out of which as many as 802 have got discharged, taking the total recovery rate to 67.6, which is much higher than the national average of about 39%. Another very heartwarming story there is that today a young 17-year-old physically specially abled, we can say, a disabled young boy called Mehul Dharmil Jain, who is physically challenged, he actually fought with grit and determination against COVID. He contracted COVID, was positive, and yet didn't give up hope. He was determined to fight it. And he also had various challenges, various constraints, but overcame all of it with his grit. And he has actually shown all of us that once you make up your mind, any such constraint or any such problem cannot pull you down, and you can come out of it successfully. And this has especially given a lot of hope and a lot of joy to all the people, the Corona health warriors, who are struggling day and night trying to treat patients. And when they see somebody with all these special abilities, with all these difficulties, who has emerged successful after undergoing treatment, it actually gives a special sense of satisfaction and joy to all the team members who are fighting Corona. We have another interesting success story today. We'll be sharing a video on this shortly. This is a 65-year-old male patient of Civil Hospital Ahmedabad, whose name is Jaswant Singh Parihar, who resides in the Vastral area of the city. On the 8th of May 2020, he developed a terrible headache and went to the LG hospital. A CT scan was immediately done and he was diagnosed, unfortunately, with brain hemorrhage. Now, further precipitating the situation was the fact that he also was found to be infected with COVID and tested positive for it and referred to the Civil Hospital Ahmedabad on the 9th of May 2020. Although he was admitted for this and he was being cared for over there, his family members were especially worried and they were very concerned about him. They almost lost all their hope, especially because he had also developed amnesia and he had lost his memory. But his condition further worsened and it was absolutely imperative to carry out a surgery immediately. And a brain surgery was carried out on the 13th of May between 1 a.m. in the night and 3 a.m. the next morning by our team at the Gujarat Cancer Research Institute. And fortunately, with all their hard work, efforts and the commitment of the surgeons and the entire team at GCRI, the surgery went off successfully and he was then shifted to the D9 isolation ward. Fortunately, with God's grace, he recovered very well. Looking back and having regained his memory, he says, I had become a complete zero and have now transformed, and I'm full of a lot more of hope and positivity. And he really thanks the staff and management at both these hospitals for the excellent care that they gave him, and says all the doctors, the paramedics, the nurses were very supportive. and says they were very kind-hearted and really taking good care of him. He especially conveys his kudos to the neurosurgery department of the Civil Hospital Ahmedabad, especially Dr. S.J. Solanki, Dr. Jayant, Dr. Milap, for really taking care of him amidst all these problems, including the fact that he was COVID positive and Corona times. He also conveyed his special gratitude to the GCRI director, Dr. Shashank Pandya, and Dr. Nadeem for really taking care of him, and adds with a sense of complete gratitude. I haven't personally seen God, but these doctors who worked for me are the angels or representatives of God that I've seen. On that note, we thank you all and hope that you are not in a state of panic and you take good care of yourselves and really work on boosting your immunity and keep happy. Namaste.
मेरा नाम भदौरिया गजेंद्र सिंह है और ये मेरे ससुर जी हैं। तो इनके सर में कुछ दिनों पहले दर्द था जो इन्हें पता नहीं चला, और हम इनको लेके एलजी हॉस्पिटल गए थे। और एलजी हॉस्पिटल जाने के बाद में पता चला वहाँ पे इनको 2 दिन बाद के इनको ब्रेन हेमरेज है, और वो ब्रेन हेमरेज का इनका सीटी स्कैन किया गया। सीटी स्कैन में ब्रेन हेमरेज पता चला और ब्रेन हेमरेज का इनका इलाज चालू हुआ, और उसके 2 दिन बाद इन्हें कोरोना पॉजिटिव बताया गया और इन्हें सिविल भेज दिया गया। फिर इन्हें सिविल भेजा। सिविल भेजने के बाद जब सिविल में हम आए तो हमें इन्हें 1200 बेड में रखा गया। 1200 बेड से इनको जीसीआरआई में डाला गया, आईसीयू में। बोले इन्हें जीसीआरआई आईसीयू में डालो। और उसके बाद 2 दिन बाद फिर उनका वहाँ इलाज चला। उनका इलाज चलने के बाद उनकी रिपोर्टें सारी इकट्ठी की गई। फिर बाद में एक डॉक्टर ने हमको बताया कि भाई इनका कोरोना का रिपोर्ट पॉजिटिव भी आया था, और दूसरी बात ये है कि इनको ब्रेन हेमरेज है, तो इनका इमीडिएटली ऑपरेशन करना पड़ेगा। फिर ऑपरेशन के लिए उन्होंने हमें रात को 11 बजे डॉक्टर साहब ने कॉल किया, बोला आप हॉस्पिटल आ जाइए। और हम हॉस्पिटल आए। उसके बाद हॉस्पिटल आने के बाद डॉक्टर ने 1 बजे इनको नाइट में 1 बजे करीबन ये ब्रेन हेमरेज के ऑपरेशन के लिए अंदर ले गए इन्हें, और 3 सवा 3 बजे इन्हें ऑपरेशन करके बाहर कर दिया गया। ऑपरेशन सक्सेसफुल था। और अभी इनको जिस वार्ड में रखा गया है, अभी मैं उसी वार्ड से बोल रहा हूँ। अभी इनकी तबीयत पूरी तरह संपूर्ण और स्वस्थ है, इन्हें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, और ये अपनी रीत से खुद ही आराम से रहना चाहते हैं और व्यवस्थित घूम फिर लेते हैं, जिससे इनको सिविल वालों का आभार व्यक्त कर रहे हैं ये, और ये डॉक्टरों का भी आभार व्यक्त कर रहे हैं। और ये एक मैसेज दे रहे हैं डॉक्टर को, ये बोल रहे हैं कि भाई डॉक्टर साहब भगवान है, और ये आप इनकी आवाज़ से ही सुन लीजिए।
अब हम जीरो से हीरो बन के जा रहे हैं।
हाँ, बताओ।
जीरो से हीरो बन के जा रहे हैं आज।
हाँ, और इन्होंने एक और मैसेज दिया है जो मुझे बताया, बोले डॉक्टर भगवान है। मैंने कभी डॉक्टर को तो ठीक है, बाकी भगवान को कभी देखा नहीं था, मगर डॉक्टर के रूप में भगवान को ज़रूर देख लिया है। ये इन्होंने मैसेज दिया है, पर ये अभी थोड़े इमोशनल हो गए, ये बोल नहीं पा रहे, जिससे मुझे कहना पड़ा। बाकी सभी डॉक्टरों का आभार, और सिविल के सभी डॉक्टरों का, नर्स का, और ऑल सिविल स्टाफ का आभार। नमस्कार।